I'm Anne-Marie Oomen, writer, teacher, and author of the forthcoming book, Love, Sex, and 4-H, which will be launched right here in Traverse City on April 18th at the newly restored Historic Barns. I hope you will join me. Today you'll hear a special poem, another one that I created just for Picnic at the Opera. I'm writing these flash poems as part of a collection based on food and meals that changed my life, and I invite you to participate by thinking about and sharing food and meals that changed your lives. And for the next segment of Picnic Poetry on this show, we will have an amazing guest, Angela Williams, author of the delightful With a Cherry on Top and Live from the Tiki Lounge, a poetry collection. I'm so pleased she can be here today. And this piece is called Pears, and it's about winter and womanhood. This was November, and there was loss everywhere. Emptiness in the branches, and the old fruit trees in the front yard clawed the air until the hunters brought to hang the carcasses of deer that would give us meat for winter. And I felt the way we follow them, the hunters of old, an ancient trust. But that night, that cold night, when they pulled up their old pickups, fuming like chariots, and they hung those animals from the high, craggy branches of the pear tree, they seemed like gods. And I sat on the ground and watched as my brothers, the boys, learned the art of cleaning one's kill. And one after another, as the blood spattered, I picked up the frozen pears from the earth under the tree. I lifted them to my face and smelled the sweet, lost prayer of summer, of grasses, of the largeness of sun, and of waiting for fruit to ripen. But there, among the voices of working men, among the slaps of rope and bucket and water, of rifles being emptied and beer cans opened, being passed hand to hand, and there, in the dark of coming winter, from the crushing underfoot, I lifted and tasted sweetness splashed with blood. And I learned that loss would come as it does, and there would always be the harsh outlines of empty trees against the moon, of meat aging on our family's branches. But this sweet, crushed gold would feed me here. Taste it. These remnants of sweetness, these still shapely fruits, their landscape female. Taste the pears that I found in the folds of the hillside that night. Even as I knew that loss would come, this flesh would be all hips and skin and seeds and sweet.
I'm Angela Williams, and I have two poems for you. The first I wrote last night, just for you. And the second I actually wrote last week. Let's see, there's a popular thing going on with making broth from bones, and my friend Emily posted something on Facebook that said, "How long does it take for bones to dissolve?" I didn't know what she was doing. I didn't. So, picking blackberries. True love stops the car, dashes into a torrent, returns grinning. His calloused hands cupped to you full of blackberries and rain, their juice the blood of summer. His embrace soaking into you, and you become that rain, those berries, the mornings before a full sun of spring staved off the frost at night. And because we're breaking bread together, communion. I don't care to plant trees for the dead anymore. I'd rather boil bones for broth until they crack open, marrow of foie gras to spread on wafers, savor with a port or a claret as we sit in our cold chairs. -20 wind chill coming off the big lake, Tins of soup stacked in the pantry have nothing to do with having something to do when it's impossible to know where the sky might begin. It makes me wonder what darkness comes and what darkness is always here. If we were above, could we find our way home by the lights we forgot to switch on? I won't plant trees for the dead anymore, nor will I cut roses. What is here can grow as it pleases, as it will. I will drink the elixir, the stock from darkness to heal from within. What's left of the bones, I'll give to the wind.